we've got another hole to fix. Okay, so now we're going to put a little piece in this hole that we got here, and we'll measure that up, and we're going to see it's about 1 3/4 by 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do is transfer that hole to this piece that I've cut out here. All right, and I've allowed 1.5 inches wider all the way around, and I'll just check that to make sure. And why I'm doing that is because I'm going to use the excess on this piece as the tape itself. So I want to make sure that we're not too big. Okay, that's a wee bit. So we're going to mark that off. We're going to cut that right through. And this piece here that we're making right now, they actually call, there's a name for it, and they call it a California patch. I'm not sure it was because it was done in California or not, but they do call that a California patch. And I want to make sure that it's remember it was 1 3/4, so we don't want to get bigger than that. And okay, 1 3/4 we got. So I'll cut that also right through. This is on the back side of your drywall. Okay, now we're going to cross over and cut the back over here, again right through. And remember it was 3 inches, so we want to make sure we're not bigger than 3 inches. All right, so I'll remark that a little bit. So we're going to mark that. Use a square again if you have to. And that'll be right there. So we're going to mark that out and cut it. And again, like I say, this is called a California patch. Now what I do then is I break it. Okay. This is the back side. We're breaking the back side. This is the good side yet. And then we peel this off. And what's left is the paper on the face side. Because I can use the paper. So I peel that off. I'm going to peel that off. And this one. And this one. And I just cleaned that up a little bit so we don't have any rough edges on it. Same with this. I just cleaned that up a little. Okay. And now, why I left the paper on here is it'll give me backing. Just clean that up. And that'll give me a backing for the hole. Okay, so we're going to try it and make sure it's going to fit. And it fits pretty nice here. Okay, so this is our whole piece. It's got the backing. This one isn't that big, so we don't need a piece of wood or material behind it. So by just doing this here, this is going to work, and this will be our patch itself. Okay, but we're going to also put a lot of drywall mud on this here to make it stay in place, and we'll go into that right away. Number one, when we're doing drywalling, we're going to now put on our safety glasses. Okay, you can buy them at any place and make sure they go, or make sure they fit properly. There you go. Now we can do the job. I think we're ready for the drywall mud. So we'll go over here and we're going to take our drywall mud out of our pail. And I've got this one mixed a wee bit so it's not too heavy. And I'll add a little bit more into my mud pan. And that should probably do enough. Okay. Now, I need a wider, either a 5 or a 6-inch blade is what you want to start with. Always want to start with the smaller blade, and you'll go up. As we put on the second and third coats, we're going to be going into wider blades itself. Okay, so but right now we're going to start off with a smaller 6-inch blade. And we've got 2 different types of tape here. So, okay, so we'll just set that here. Now, let's do this one here, this California patch that I was talking to you about. And I'm going to put mud, drywall mud, all around what I've left on here. Drywall mud works really well as an adhesive. Okay? There we go. Now I'm going to just put a little bit of drywall mud around the hole itself. Just like that. You want to make sure you got enough on it so that you're going to have a good coverage. Okay, so now I'm going to just slide that on top. Okay, and we put that in there and push that in. Okay, Now again, we go over top with it, and we want to smooth this out. With drywall mud, you want to make sure that you smooth out all the drywall mud out from behind your tape. If you don't do that, what you end up with is a large bubble in behind it, or excess drywall mud that you're going to have to either sand off, and it takes forever to do a patch job. So you want to clean it right off. Okay. There we go. Now what I'll do is just put a little coat on top of the whole thing so that it just kind of fills it up. And just smooth it down a little bit. Okay. And again, I just clean it off a little bit. This is the first coat. So that's all we have to do on this first coat right now. If you'd like to learn more about how to get a career in the trades, visit our website, www.gosiast.com.